Did you know that Apple might be quietly preparing one of its boldest MacBook Pro shifts without changing the way the laptop even looks? Imagine holding what seems like the same familiar MacBook Pro shell, but under the hood lies a far smarter brain, better thermals, and battery endurance that could keep you working through 2 full days. That's the reality hinted at by the latest MacBook Pro M5 leaks, and understanding these whispers could change the way you plan your next upgrade. For years, Apple has followed a rhythm with its MacBook Pro releases, sometimes incremental, sometimes groundbreaking. The leap from Intel processors to Apple Silicon was monumental, and while the M4 series in 2024 offered refinement, the M5 generation promises to push boundaries again. Professionals, students, and creators alike look to these devices as lifelines for their work, and every rumored detail matters when deciding whether to wait or buy now. Multiple reports suggest the M5, M5 Pro, and M5 Max chips will continue on TSMC's 3nm process, with performance gains in the range of 15 to 25% over the M4. This isn't a revolution in appearance, but a significant boost in efficiency and sustained power for demanding tasks. For people editing 8K video or compiling massive code bases, that extra headroom can translate into saved hours over a week. Some leaks point toward improved thermals thanks to advanced chip packaging, giving the new MacBooks better performance under sustained load without throttling. The design itself, however, seems set to stay familiar. Apple is reportedly holding onto its current 14-inch and 16-inch MacBook Pro form factors for at least another cycle, which suggests no ultra-thin redesigns or OLED displays just yet. Industry insiders like Digital Trends and Notebook Check indicate OLED MacBook Pros are more likely to debut in 2026 or even later, making the M5 a bridge generation. Same look, better guts. Launch timing has been the most unpredictable part of the story. Early rumors pointed to a late 2025 release, but more recent chatter from supply chain sources and journalists like Mark Gurman suggests early 2026 is more likely. Production constraints, Apple's desire to align bigger changes with later chips, and possible manufacturing challenges around chip packaging could all contribute to the delay. That means if you're eyeing an upgrade in mid-2025, you may face a choice between grabbing an M4 model or waiting nearly another year for the M5. Connectivity upgrades are another point of speculation. While Wi-Fi 7 seems like a safe bet, some leaks also hint at improved internal components like compact camera modules for the webcam, promising better image quality without a larger notch. Battery life is rumored to push even higher, giving mobile professionals more time off the charger, and Apple may continue refining its MagSafe charging technology for faster, safer recharging. For filmmakers, developers, and students, the implications are different. Picture Maria, a filmmaker editing footage in remote locations. A 20% graphics improvement and slightly better thermals could shave hours off her render times and let her edit longer on battery. Jamal, a developer compiling massive projects, could benefit from faster multi-core performance and fewer thermal throttling slowdowns, making late-night coding sessions more efficient. And Aisha, a student, may not need a massive GPU boost, but could enjoy better battery life and smoother performance during lectures or travel. For all three, the decision to wait or buy depends on their workload and patience. The M4 series is already powerful enough for most users, and if you're not hitting its limits, skipping to M5 might not bring life-changing differences. On the other hand, if you thrive on having the latest hardware or you're future-proofing for demanding workflows, waiting could be worthwhile. It's also important to keep skepticism in mind. Leaks are notoriously fluid. Apple has changed course midstream many times, canceling or delaying features that seemed all but certain. Even if M5 chips bring impressive performance gains, the day-to-day difference might not be as dramatic unless your work specifically stresses those areas. OLED screens, while exciting, are still at least a generation away for the MacBook Pro, and even then they could bring trade-offs like higher cost or potential burn-in concerns. For many, the most sensible strategy is to evaluate your needs honestly. If your current MacBook is working fine and you're tempted by an imagined leap that's still a year out, the wait could feel longer than the reward is worth. But if you're a professional whose livelihood depends on every ounce of performance, keeping your workflow ahead of the curve could justify the delay. Looking beyond the M5, Apple's roadmap suggests the real fireworks may come with the M6 generation and OLED displays. Reports indicate Samsung Display is already lined up to supply OLED panels for future MacBooks, which could debut as early as late 2026. That generation could bring a thinner chassis, possibly a notch-less screen, and new thermal designs. Apple may also use these models to showcase more advanced AI hardware or improved wireless technologies. In this context, the M5 feels like a crucial stepping stone, a refinement that sets the stage for a bigger leap. By pacing its upgrades, Apple keeps the MacBook Pro line stable and reliable while preparing for a future where laptops may merge even more seamlessly with cloud computing, AI-assisted workflows, and energy-efficient displays. So as the leaks continue to surface, some consistent, others contradictory, remember that they represent possibilities, not promises. Apple's strategy seems to be about gradual, deliberate improvement punctuated by occasional dramatic shifts. The M5 MacBook Pro fits neatly into that pattern, familiar on the outside, but sharper and stronger where it counts. Whether you choose to wait for the M5, jump on an M4 now, or hold out for the OLED-equipped redesign of the future depends on your priorities and timing. Either way, the MacBook Pro story is far from over, and the next chapters could redefine what a professional laptop can do. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.